Gentleman's time's expired. Gentleman from Texas, Mr. Veasey, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. I have several questions that I want to ask, but before I get to that, I wanted to know, Secretary Austin, if you wanted a chance to be able to respond to Congressman Mills' comments.
Well, the Congressman is certainly welcome to his opinion. We all thank you for your service. I don't take a backbench to when it comes to patriotism or devotion to our cause here or protection of our troops. I don't take a backbench to anybody. In the short 41 years that I spent in uniform, about 6 years, almost 6 years of that was in a combat zone. So I get it. And I commanded Bagram Air Force Base, so I know a little bit about Bagram Air Force Base. But again, you're welcome to your opinion, and so I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. It's my time to speak, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Veasey is recognized.
Secretary Austin, I hear from service members often about delay or issues with their pay and entitlements, especially when they PCS duty stations. And I know that these delays may result in service members having to manage large amounts of debt, which in turn may negatively impact their credit rating and security clearance. I was hoping that you could tell me what the department is doing to minimize these issues across the service.
Could you say that last piece again, sir?
I was wondering if you could tell me what the department is doing to minimize these issues across the services.
Well, we always want to do everything we can to make sure that we're responsive in terms of taking care of our troops. I expect that our commanders at every level will work to make sure that their personnel services are being provided in a timely and effective manner. And those things that are systemic, that rise to our level, certainly our P&R section will continue to focus on making sure that we eliminate barriers to providing compensation.
Yeah, thank you very much. Chairman Milley, when you talk about retention, we obviously need to talk about quality of life infrastructure. And I know that across the department, barracks, dormitories are in poor and failing condition. As a matter of fact, whenever you go in at Codale, that's the first thing that they want to talk with you about before they show you anything else that's going on the base is the need for infrastructure. And across the department, and I know that this is not merely a matter of basic keep up, I'm talking about buildings that are long past their service life, buildings that do not meet the department's own standards and policies for housing service members. And I hear anecdotally that conditions in some barracks are so bad that service members fear for their safety and are worried that broken windows could allow people to break into their rooms. We hear a lot of people talking about this being a top priority for departments, but according to the last several budgets, they are an unfunded priority at best. Giving competing military construction priorities, what innovative solutions are you looking at to ensure that service members are housed appropriately? And how do you protect facilities sustainment funds that have been used as a bill payer across multiple administrations to fund higher priorities?
Yeah, your last point is the most critical one. It's to protect the funds for the sustainment of these facilities. We have 560 or so camps, posts, and stations around the world. Barracks are on almost all of those, and a lot of these barracks are in disrepair, and is probably in the range of 10 to 15% are at the lowest ratings. So that's the ones that they work on through MILCON. That's point one. Point two is, in terms of privatized housing, or not privatized housing, but military housing, we got about 250,000 housing units that we're responsible for throughout the entire uniformed military at all those bases. Of those, a lot of that is now, almost all of it has been privatized. That is probably the best methodology technique, but we also have to make sure that we have adequate accountability of the civilian companies that are running these things, because we have had issues with PFAS, we have had issues with mold, et cetera. So privatization is the best technique to do that for the actual housing, on-base housing, but that requires supervision and oversight by all of us, especially commanders, post commanders, to make sure that they're fulfilling their duties.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I yield back my time. Thank you.